Alright, so I made a decision to switch all of my skar stuff over to my truck, mainly because I drive more. So right now I've pulled my main power wire for the sub. I've pulled it through to about here, and pretty much just going to go ahead and pull the main power wire straight through to the trunk, and then I'll end up removing it. And it's mainly just rewiring to the truck. I've pretty much showed everything I've done between, well, I've made videos of how I wired this all before, but yeah. Essentially, just running it through those little cracks down there. There's a little hatch thing. Same thing for the other side. I'll show, well actually I can say which wires I'm not going to be removing. So I'm not going to be removing there's a wire which I'm using for my power, my voltage gauge. So I can see if my amp's having any issues or not. I'm going to be keeping I believe it's the RCAs, but I'm going to be keeping those in, and also the remote wire. So I guess I'll come back when I got most of that removed. So pretty much got everything removed. This was done before, so yeah, I could go and mock it up to the truck, but got the power cable, the ground, and the only ones I have left, as I said, the remote, the power wire, or the wire I was using to read my amp, and the two RCAs. Going to be taking this because the base control in my truck right now doesn't exactly fit up. So yeah, next up I'm just going to have to remove the wiring inside of my truck. So I'll begin to that. Turns out the RCA from this was broken the entire time. If I can get right there. So that means I'm going to have to swap over the RCAs from my car, but it also means that this thing is kind of junk. So, yeah. You've seen me swap over RCAs before. Alright, I'm back in my truck. So, basically, that entire front part just falls out, and then I already had the aftermarket head unit, but yeah, that's where it goes. Then yeah, just run the wires down here, pull out this piece, they'll probably be sitting right there. Then just start to pull them through. Tucking them will be another part though. I still gotta remove these ones. Yep. This was all pretty chaotic. If I can get a light down there. I had to thread the 4 gauge through that hole right there, and it was quite a pain in the ass. I really wanted to salvage the 8 gauge from this subwoofer, but let's see, which end is it? Basically, I pulled, holy shit, it was actually, no. So I was pulling on it so hard that I managed to splice the damn power cord by pulling on it. Luckily, I was able to finally get it out, but I had to pull the plug out of the firewall. I had to pull that out of the firewall. I mean, you can see it's loose right now. Yeah. This is a pain in the ass, but at least it's done. So, now, all I gotta do is just hook that up to the amp, tuck that all away, do some rescrewing, and should be good. Figure I'd give an update at this point. So I have the bolt grounded underneath the supply. Well, if you ever blow out a tire or anything, that's where I have it grounded up, because that's where it was when I first bought this. So figure I'd try it again. If it sucks, then I'm gonna move it, but yeah, reuse the RCA, get everything plugged in. Gonna have it underneath this seat. And yeah, next up is just to get the sub back here and see if it works. So, yep. It didn't work, and now I gotta test to make sure that these things aren't actually blown.